Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back. Going to be playing the last round here in Master Test Event number 3. Be the last TGC Tours content for a little bit over a week. Not going to play the next thing, but whatever potentially comes up after that, hopefully I will participate in. We'll see timing-wise when videos hit the channel, because if things run the way we're seeing, I'm assuming March 30th will be the next item, and that will not be a day I'll be present yet, but I will be available during some time, as long as, you know, it goes for another week and we don't start doing like 1 day or 2 day something or others for a bit. But I'm assuming things are just gonna stick with a weekly schedule now, but not sure. So let's jump in here to the 4th round. Before we get into things, I always want to remind people, if you would consider liking and subscribing, that is greatly appreciated. We're here on white tees, 4th pin, medium wind, and everything is default. I think I've talked about multiple times, well I know I have. I'm assuming once we get into the events that will be less likely, that we kind of stay default most of the way through with all the settings. They tend to be a little bit more variable than that. Alright. So, a little bit stronger. A lot of times low is like just a couple miles an hour. Getting up to 5, we're starting to border on medium there. A little bit more closed than I would have liked, but we still... I thought we stayed within the visibility range, but we really didn't. So, let's see. Let's get this out this way. Not sure. Alright, well, we almost made it. So, always challenging. That's the one thing I've noticed with this course. Definitely the trees come into play. They're overhanging the fairway a fair amount. And things like that. Wow, I am really heading off to the left in my swing. So sometimes it's just, you know, adjusting a bit here. Alright, not bad. I was trying to get over that lip, but, you know, sometimes it's there's a bit more involved than one would like. But we ended up with a par. So that is a good result with everything that happened. So definitely been testing my skill set a bit here as... Oh, wow. That's odd. I really... Usually pretty good with getting them, you know, getting things dialed in pretty quickly. So it is strange that it's running off that much, but it is what it is. Ooh, almost misjudged that, but didn't. So I had a good first round, very, very poor second round, and an adequate third round, but alright, that's better. I always hate, because almost in 2K23 it was almost the same. It took like 2 or 3 holes to get things set again, which is odd. It's certainly not the norm. I'm going to go back and I'm going to fire a bit closer to the pin here. Still 7 degrees. I mean, it didn't go that far, but pulled it back too much, clearly. We got a little uphill, so I assume it'll slow down. Okay, because otherwise it was going to go a long, long way more than I wanted. Oh boy, really? I looked at that? Alright, thank goodness. I looked at that and I was like, it might roll right by the edge of the hole, and it almost did. But I got the little bit of a fall there. Ooh, ooh. We're coming back. Stayed off the fringe, or the light rough. This is always an interesting little hole. 11 feet up, yeah, I think we'll be alright here. Alright, and yes, it's more common for me to go in that direction. Hit it far too far again. Just need to get up that hill. Oh, was heading in a dangerous direction. That might have gone right in the hole. Dangerous in a good way. So, yeah, it seems like the faster I played, I did these, you know, what I called speed golf, whether that's really what it was or not. But as I did that, I noticed things started to settle in pretty quickly. Yeah, I figured I was too close to the edge. Okay. We're going to go up a bit here because we're losing a good amount. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We're on, but I am not doing well. Alright, this one's far enough that I'm kind of looking for a little bit of feedback here. I don't want to go too far. Perfect. Because if I can do a simple putt in, that gives me a much better chance than, you know, getting too far, rolling down the hill, rolling down to the other edge. That kind of ends up being pretty common for me. Alright, a little bit better. That definitely is closer to straight. Ooh. Maybe. Maybe. Alright. So yeah, what I have found, putting absolutely benefits from some of my speed round thinking. I kind of need to feel it, and then I just need to go and execute. If I do much more, if I think more, if I do whatever, it just gets ugly really, really fast. I'm gonna go with this. Oy, what? I didn't think I hit it that straight, but okay. Clearly I did. Okay, I'm gonna go up a couple here. Yeah, it's still turned that way, so. But I swung straight. Man, I cannot dial in my swing right now. Alright, where do we want to go? Ooh, too far, too far. It's always that 30-yard range is a tricky one for me sometimes. It's downhill, so I don't want to go crazy. I think that was decent, but we're going for a bogey here, so. Right. Whew. I was like, it's going to pull away from the hole, so that could be bad, but no, it worked out. It worked out nice. Okay, hit the green in regulation. Closer, but not great. Again, it's a decent result. Getting just a large, I don't know, hook or slice. I don't know any of those terms really well. But, you know, from the left to the right where it comes back. So it's like I'm not quite like there. I did the swing path decently, but the contact not at the right angle. So we just need to get close. But yeah, I'm definitely losing birdie opportunity. It's not going to come over. It was a light one. I was a little worried. But I'm not getting many birdie opportunities because I am a little too wayward. It's definitely much more dialed in for a lot of rounds than I have been. So it's been a bit disappointing with the outcome. Yeah, this should be good. Alright, that's perfect all around. I'm like, just visually, I'm like, that's a good shot. Okay, so now we're going to get a little bit of the serpentine stuff here. Didn't quite come back to the hole, but a little tap in sets things up nicely. But yeah, on a par 3 like that, you know, those are key. Okay, we're getting closer. Now we're at least like single digits off on both ends. So that's always a good thing. Alright, we gotta go pretty close to full here. We don't want to hit it too hard. Oh, hit the pin. A little bit lighter would have been a crazy eagle on a par 4. That would have been pretty neat. But I'll take that result. So yeah, I've had, I don't know, 2.5 good rounds so far, you know, we'll say. I mean, and I don't mean half because I'm only halfway done with this one. But I'm calling it more, you know, the first round was good. I'm thinking this round's going to be decent. And then the third round was decent as well, but not great. And then that, you know, so that's what I'm giving the half. Where I'm like, well, not really. All right, we're going to... worried this will be too far. Man, I'm going the wrong way on the top is what is happening there. Now this almost requires a full. Wow, that did not roll its way on. So this is going to likely be, I mean, it could fall in, but it's just as hard to chip as you would think it would be from that distance. Yeah, all right. So you can see my putting methodology, whatever you want to call it, it produces better results than what I was doing before. So we got elevation and wind. All right, now I went a little bit the other side. Wow. So, I mean, it is you know, the greens are smaller. They're definitely not huge. We don't have very far to roll, so we've got to be a real light hit there. So, definitely the target is smaller, but I should be able to nail these more than I have been. All right. Yeah, getting a little late to start to get things close, but even that still rolled off. That's going to take me down to... It's going to take me a long way down, but I think it's still the better option. All right, nice contact, nice rhythm, so at least we get good distance. If it wasn't for the uphill, I would have almost made it on, so I'll take that one happily. Just want to get close. There is an uphill. It's going to hit that ridge and go down. Valiant attempt. I'll give it that. Again, this one's a little bit of a feel. I want to get up, but not too far. Ooh. Not a fan of that. I am not a fan of that. That should be good. All right. Was coming back, but man, it was still a little nerve-wracking. So one of the things I've commented, a few times on it, a few of the rounds. As long as I'm in the correct direction, what I've started to play into is, yeah, it's more forgiving on that side because as you slow down, the ball reacts a lot more to the terrain. And so when that is happening, whoa. All right, further out than I expected there. That's probably too far. Yeah. Okay. Well, this will make it a little more rough. Oh, that was close. That was close, though. That was a solid attempt. So yeah, if I'm higher on that side, a lot of times it'll come back. Now, it didn't do much there, even though it did pass the hole pretty slowly. So there's just a bit more forgiveness, where the other side, it makes it worse because, yeah, it'll pull even further away. So there's a little bit of an adjustment there. Alright, we should clear. I knew we'd clear the trees, but yeah, this is a tough hole. Wow. Yeah, this is a tough one. Just an interesting swing bias, but I didn't do too badly, all things considered. So I'll take that, and then we just need to get, again, nearby here. So it's going to move back a lot, I know that. Oof. Wanted to be gentle and not go flying by the hole. Oh, no, no! I wanted some force, but I moved too far. Wow. Alright. Well, that's a lost stroke. But you can't get them all, I guess, right? Oh my gosh. I had the top well done, but oh boy. Well, I'm in, amazingly. Wow. That was a bit of a gift. Let's be honest with that. Holy moly, was that a bit of a gift. I figured we'd be going through the trees. Uh-oh. You're gonna... Ah! Okay. Was worried about that. Oh my, that's even worse. That's definitely out of... Oh, that's not out of bounds, but the cart path is? Interesting. Oh. Well, this is one of those holes that's gonna hurt. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. That might be clear enough because of the trees. But now we're double bogey. Not bad on the pace. And again, a lot of it now is just I've gotten comfortable with all the rounds to almost know what my power needs to be without having to feel for it. Which I think, you know, I mean, again, if you're playing real golf, that's how you'd be doing it. Man! Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, you know, thinking about... Oh, boy. All right, about my shots a bit, but, okay, yeah, we're gonna... This is gonna require a lot here. All right, that was actually not bad, I think. Ooh, almost got on. Rejected off the top of the hill, but all in all, not a bad result. Okay. Nicely played there. And let's see if we can get it. Should be good. All right. So, but that's just a par. So yeah, overall, yeah, I am just not dialing in that bottom swing path. I am just was way off this round. So I'd say in general, but yeah, that one hole, like once you get in the trees in this version, it's a bit. I mean, it's hard. And again, I might be able to like punch things out. I probably could use different shot types and get a bit better result. So I suppose I could work on that a little bit more. All right, so this will end up with a 28, I think, overall. So that's 6 over. So yeah, I mean, you take out that one really crappy hole. Yeah, I probably had a pretty good... I mean, we look at that 17th hole, or 16th hole, I guess it was just a triple bogey, but still, you take that away, we'd be 3 over. So I would still definitely count this a good round. you know, it's on caliber where I think I need to be. I will, between now and next event, you know, I'm going to go ahead and apply some fittings. Likely will be a little bit more contact, because that's definitely been a bit more of the challenge. So I might just put 2 more contact fittings and get that up 12, but I'll have to see what I'm thinking on the woods too. Because sometimes you're doing the woods out of the bunker, you're doing it out of, you know, a bad lie as well. I mean, it's telling me in theory I'm 29th. You know, it could be that a lot of people aren't playing. They're just kind of like now waiting for things to start up. I mean, it's certainly better. Again, if I look back, you know, I was 34 over that event, and then I was really bad, I think, 60. And I'm trying to remember. I know I had a plus 81 event, but I think that was like somewhere totally different. I'm improving a little bit. And it might be good enough to begin with, because, you know, people are going to be struggling to get used to things. Not everyone's going to suddenly come back, but I would honestly say I think I'm playing better here than I was in 2K23. So the game aligns with my style, I guess, a lot better, where I feel like I can adjust. I mean, and that is the big difference, is the sense of hopelessness absolutely does not come across, you know, upon me in waves like it did in 2K23 sometimes, where I was just hitting the bad timing shots and I'm like, I don't even know what to try. I'm not sure what to do. You know, I'd go hit some practice swings in between. Yes, I'd edit them out so you'd not see them here and there, and then I'd be, yeah, I've got, you know, 8 out of 10 swings were great, and then I go and I address the ball and I shank it anyway. So, but here, like, even with the struggles I had here, it really is just, okay, I'm hitting the swing path too far to the right. It's literally like you just look at where you're drawing things and just adjust your angles a bit in how you're moving your hand, and that should get you closer. And that, again, is how you end up with a 6 over, even with a triple bogey. So I would say that's a solid round. I mean, once in a while you're going to have a hole that gets away from you, and it was again not horrid shots consistently like I would have had in 2K23, where I get 8 over. Sometimes it was getting stuck in the trees, and then, I mean, I had 2 or 3 shots that bounced off the tree and went back. So, you know, I get rid of those and get out of the trees clean. I might have pulled a par out of that thing. But that wraps this event up. As a reminder, in case you didn't hear it earlier in the video, I am going to be away during test event 4, so I will not be participating in that, so don't look for any of that content. But there is regular career golf that's already scheduled for that week, so there will be a golf round every day, and I'm probably going to go ahead and play some more career rounds and get those ready and going, and that'll just, you know, keep things going further and further ahead. But going to be interesting to see what comes up next. Are we going to have a test event 5? Or are we going to do something a little bit different in between? You know, or are we going to get into the swing of things here, and they're going to start having us qualify, or whatever the first step would be. I know they said there would be a qualifying event, but I also thought they said something about some exhibitions or something first. So, but they may have done enough test events, because at this point we are a month, you know, the 29th will take us a month past regular release, not early release. So we've had 4 or 5 weeks, and that's certainly a good amount of time, but I know they've got to do stuff on the website and get things ready and so forth. But we'll see what things come about, and I will see you next time.